My name is Dr. Rick Seguil.
And action. Hey, Jay had a... This is Kirk And action. Hey everyone, it's Dr. Rick with Herbal 411. And Jill had a question about post-op medical marijuana. So here's what I would do. I think the use of cannabis, medical marijuana, is very helpful post-op. It's actually very helpful pre-op if you are suffering from an orthopedic injury or ailment. But if this is the first time you're finding me, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and the alert button to find out when I do new videos. So post-op marijuana, I just shortcutted it. It sounds so brutal when I say marijuana. I think it's more subtle if I say post-op medical cannabis. Either way, the objective of when you have any kind of operation, especially orthopedic, regular operations, you have things cut out. Skin gets cut, skin gets sewn back together. Organs get taken out and you have a little bit of a suture or a staple where the blood vessel or the tissue was cut. So those things can hurt. Abrasion or cut to the elbow or to your knees, that'll hurt too. The thing with orthopedics though is usually you'll have to have some kind of hardware, screw or plate or staple that's going through bone. You have to have something anchored and bone has to be it. So I think it hurts a little more. But because the tools cut so fine, I think the finer the cut, the less the pain. Regardless, when you're coming out of orthopedic surgery, you will need a pain pill. And I think it's always nice to have that pain pill, whether it's straight to morphine or a hydrocodone or something is real easy like tramadol, Tylenol with codeine. It's usually the morphine is the strongest, then hydrocodones are after that, then the tramadols are after that, and then the Tylenol with codeines are after that. So the higher you go with the power, the more the addictive qualities. If you have an addiction history, then you have to be careful. Now, medical cannabis has never been shown to be physically addictive. It can be psychologically, behaviorally addictive because some of my patients that use it for anxiety will have to have it around all the time, but you won't have the withdrawals from stopping it. So how I would use this, and I think you're safe, but how I would use it, I would test it out before the surgery. So Jill's going to have surgery soon. I would say for now, since we're experimenting, try to get something of a high CBD in your system 2 to 3 times a day. So if you're testing something out 2 to 3 times a day for 5 to 7 days, you want to test it without any variables. I've done this before in my other videos, but every marijuana product, every cannabis product, whether it's the flower, the vape of the flower, or the oil you put in your mouth, the oil that you drop under with a dropper, the capsule, the creams, the patches, whatever you use, there's always going to be a little bit of THC and a little bit of CBD. CBD is more for inflammation, THC is more for calming and relaxation. So to start out with, to get a good CBD in you for fighting the inflammation that's coming after orthopedic surgery, you want to try to get in 3 times a day, 2 to 3 times a day. That way you always have a little level of CBD in your bloodstream. The problem is, like I said, you can't separate CBD from THC, so I don't want you dizzy or forgetful or fatigued. That means you're overdosing. And that's the biggest overdose is those 3 things. So if you find you're having those problems, you can either cut back on the dose to twice a day or you just decrease your dose. If you're using the RSO oil, which I really love, RSO oil, it comes in a long syringe and it's a sticky oil. You just squeeze about a rice bead or half of a rice grain on your finger and you swipe it under your tongue. That gets absorbed through the mouth, the mucosa, into the bloodstream, and eventually gets to a good level. Some people will feel it automatically. Some people will take a couple hours before they feel it. Again, you want to be dosing it on a regular basis because if it goes through the first pass effect, it will go through your liver. After getting to the bloodstream, go through your liver. You'll feel the effects already, but after it goes through the liver, it'll be degraded into another metabolite that might have the continued effect. So if you keep on dosing, after 5 days you should have a little bit of improvement in your current pain, or at least no side effects of dizziness, forgetfulness, or fatigue. So if we know what's good for you, you can dial it up or dial it down after that, depending on the dizziness, fatigue, or forgetfulness. So once we know what helps with inflammation, what that same dose should not cause the dizziness, forgetfulness, or fatigue, then we can go on to your next project. Next project would be usually with pain and orthopedics, something to help you sleep at night. So we'll assume that there's a little bit of difficulty with sleep because of the orthopedics, and maybe there's a little bit of difficulty with sleep because most Americans don't sleep properly. So that's where we go with the opposite, and that would be something with high THC. Remember I mentioned all products have CBD and THC. Those are the two active ingredients, the most popular ones. So CBD is for inflammation, but THC is for sleep, for anxiety, for calming. And that's what I want you to do is to essentially, I just like the oils or the capsules, but Jill had a good question or statement because the thick oil that you put on your finger, rice grain size or smaller than rice grain size, that can be adjusted. You can always turn up the rice grain size or turn down the rice grain size or decrease the interval. The other thing, the tincture, the dropper that you can get, that's the first one's called RSO oil. Second thing is tincture, comes in a little dropper. That's just plain old oil. It's not as potent or concentrated as the RSO oil, but tinctures that you put under your tongue, that can be adjusted too. You just don't put as much in the dropper, or you put more or put a bit, or you can just decrease the dosing schedule. But the capsule you're stuck with. You can't really break open the capsule. So if you're going to go with a capsule, which is much easier, you don't have to taste anything, fine, but perhaps capsules, you can't be upping or decreasing the dose if you're trying to find your good level for inflammation control. But for nighttime, capsule is not a big deal. I say capsule's easy, you can take it. Usually the ratio of THC to CBD, if you can get more THC, that'd be cool. But you take that at night, say 9 o'clock, get to sleep, hopefully by 6 a.m., no side effects. If you have side effects and you're too drowsy or you're too dizzy or you're forgetful, you're stuck because capsule you can't really turn down or turn up. The oils and the tinctures you can change. So something to keep in mind. But in summary, bottom line with regards to post-op pain is an anti-inflammatory. You test it out before your surgery and you make sure you know what you're dialed in, and once you know that you don't have any side effects, then you put it away until after surgery. As far as nighttime, to get good sleep, you test out your dose once at night, in addition to your 3-time-a-day guide that you're doing during the day, and you make sure there's no side effects with regards to excessive sleepiness in the morning, and you put it away until after surgery. What I would do is once you dialed in your proper dose, THC for sleep and CBD for inflammation and control of pain, you wait till you're discharged from surgery, and I'd say as soon as you're allowed to go back home, you can begin. I have not seen any information that says it's detrimental to use medical cannabis in the post-op patient as far as healing. In fact, I think it helps healing even further. You have to get the approval from the orthopedic surgeon. If he has absolutely no, then you have to honor that. But if the orthopedic surgeon says it's okay to try, especially because I don't think the orthopedic surgeons like giving narcotics out that much anymore, then you go ahead and start. Once you get home, next morning after the surgery, you can start your anti-inflammatory CBD 2 to 3 times a day. And then that night, you can do the THC that you know you dialed in with your experiment before surgery. If you have breakthrough pain while you're trying to adjust your doses of the medical cannabis, then that's when you can actually use your prescription, whatever the orthopedic surgeon gave you. There is no interaction between the narcotic that they give you, whether it's morphine, Norco, Tramadol, codeine, and medical marijuana. It'll make you super sleepy, but no interactions. Medical marijuana, even if you take it at high dose, the biggest side effects are those 3 things I told you about: the forgetfulness, dizziness, or fatigue. Now the opioids, on the other hand, do have side effects. If you maximize on those, you can stop breathing. You can also have constipation, and you can have physical addiction. So that's the lowdown on both of those things. I think there's a halfway point. I'd always take the script and use it as a backup, but if you can adjust your medical cannabis to the point where you don't even need this stuff, beautiful. I'd say continue with the dosing every day until you get your first post-op visit, which is usually about a week. And then you can even use it into your rehab process. Most of the orthopedic surgeons will release you to get into rehab within about 2 weeks, once the stitches or staples are out. And it'll be helpful because you can dial in even further when the physical therapists push you to do your best and it hurts a little bit. Then you can dial in the dose for that 3-time-a-day CBD. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of an idea, Jill, and anybody else. Put down your comments down below on how you use medical cannabis and which product of all the different cannabis products you use, and maybe we'll learn from each other. But subscribe to me, look out for the follow-up videos that I'll put out, and I'll put some links down below on other marijuana videos.